303 Podcast Episode. Fuck.
Some number.
Yeah, we can never, ever get this right. I think we've got it nailed it like once.
That was the
on this
first
podcast.
episode, dude. Yeah.
Was it? Yeah, probably. It was probably like, hey, there's none other previous episodes. It's episode 1.
You counting right now, Jordan?
If you exclude the one that you didn't number,
So,
Destiny,
we
and
only
the
count
Division.
full-length episodes.
Yeah, that was the full length.
So that's a full length. So this would be number 5.
Or 6. 5 or 6. Something like that. I don't know.
Number 5. I thought Anthem one was number 5.
See, you've got podcast number 1, podcast number 2.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, Anthem should be number 5. Episode 3 right there. Texans,
3.
Tiger Sharks.
Yep. 4, My Hero Academia. And then Anthem. Oh, yeah, so this would be 6.
Yeah.
All right,
Awesome.
let's start this shit over because that's really awkward.
It's not that awkward. It's kind of coincides with how we always forget to count the episode. But anyway, we have our friend Jordan here. So we're probably going to talk about some Mortal Kombat, some Anthem, some video game stuff. He's a pretty big fan of Mortal Kombat. Probably the biggest fan out of the three of us anyway.
Yeah. I think out of everyone that I know in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever met anyone that's more of a Mortal Kombat fan. So how do you think the new game looks?
I think it looks great. I think it looks really good. I'm really excited for the game. I do have some qualms with it at the pre-release already, but I do have some general excitement. I definitely like the new meter system that they have set up with the offense and defense.
Yeah.
I think that's going to open a lot of options, and I hope maybe more player friendly or new player friendly at least.
Yeah, because definitely the previous intros, it's actually really hard to get into higher level mechanics in Mortal Kombat. That's why I've never gotten good at them. It's just too hard.
The combo system, and they do have some things that are, I think, a little bit more advanced for those new players with the punishing system.
Yeah.
But the new super I like at the end of your life.
Yeah.
You get once a match, only once every 2 rounds, but even if you miss it, you keep it after like 2 seconds. So I think that's like the most new player friendly thing that I think they did, and I really like.
I think the best move they made for the game was definitely gear system.
I like the gear system, but that is like one of my main 2 big problems. Is I like the customization that they have in it, but I don't know. I feel like Scorpion should always be yellow. And they've already shown some green scorpions and the red ones, and for Injustice, I feel like that works a little bit more because comic characters have had such a fluctuation,
and they're less color based characters.
They're less color based.
Mortal Kombat has a clear, defined color palette. Like Reptiles
yellow,
green, Scorpion's yellow, Sub-Zero's blue.
Yeah.
That's just kind of how it goes.
Red,
Yeah,
pretty clear cut, but
yeah,
they're breaking that in. For some characters, I think it works. Some characters, not as much, and so I've been a little disappointed in that. But in general, I think it looks really good.
I personally love that there's finally a reason to even come back to Mortal Kombat after you beat the story. If you're not good at online,
I
gear.
don't know. I can't play
gear.
Mortal Kombat anyway because Jordan will just kick my ass, and it's just not even fun.
Yeah, I definitely don't like playing online in Injustice or Mortal Kombat. Sometimes I hop into Injustice with Aquaman just to win, just to feel good about myself. Be like, yeah, I'm good at this game, and then get off. But it's too hard. Everyone's too good.
Enough, that's one of the only games I go online for. And because I like the 1v1 challenge. And I did it with Mortal Kombat 10 and Injustice. I didn't do as much on Injustice because I just didn't. I didn't resonate with as many of the characters, and I got busy and all that other stuff. And then I went back the other day, and I got shit on so bad because the only people still playing Injustice 2 are the people that had not stopped playing it.
Yeah.
So I did
that's true.
20 matches and just quit. I was like, screw this.
Mortal Kombat is actually super cheap now, I think. Mortal Kombat 10 and Injustice are pretty damn cheap.
You can get Mortal Kombat 9 with the new PlayStation Now feature, which I've been interested in because there's a lot of games on that are free. Yeah. But you just have to get that subscription, so I don't know how I feel about it.
Well, so that's I have Xbox too, so I play on Xbox, and they have an Xbox Game Pass, and so I think it's kind of a similar concept. Where is it you buy it, you get a subscription, you can download as many games or whatever on the pass that you want? Okay.
I think one of them is weird. I don't remember which one of them it is, but I think one of them is actually you're streaming the game so you kind of have to have better Wi-Fi. But I don't know which one it is.
I
know for sure they're not both the same technical system though.
Yeah, I think
it's not the same.
On Xbox, and it's called Mixer or something like that.
I don't know. I don't remember. That also might have been like the precursor to one of them.
It might be something else. I think it's Xbox though, because Xbox has like on their like main title screen, they have like a whole screen dedicated to streaming.
I think the one that I'm thinking of might have been like a precursor to the Xbox Game Pass or whatever they have it, whatever it's called. I think it might have been the system they had before, and they were like, "This isn't gonna work."
Is not going well.
The only issue I have with like the Game Pass and like that kind of stuff is like, I only play so many games on there, and then I'm like, I'm paying so much a month to play like 2 games.
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
That's the thing that's been holding me back.
I'm like, why the fuck? There's not really any new games that they're putting on there that are like worth it.
Yeah.
And if they are, then I'll just download it for a month.
I feel like you have to be someone who like just thoroughly enjoys all of games, like all gaming, all types of gaming, all different eras of gaming,
and has the time.
Yeah, to be able to do that, because I don't even have the time to do that, nor do I like enough video games to do that, and that's like 50% of what I do. Let's play video games. It's obscene.
The games that I know that are on the PlayStation now that I've been interested in is the first 3 God of Wars and Mortal Kombat 9. But the thing is that you can only get it on the PlayStation now. But I don't know if I'd want to continually pay for those games.
Yeah, why would you want to continuously play for Mortal Kombat 9?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you could buy it on like Amazon for like $10.
Like I don't know if it would be for PlayStation 4.
Oh, that's true.
That's the thing is that all those games are non-PlayStation 4.
I don't remember if Mortal Kombat 9 was. I guess
no. You'd have to downgrade.
Yeah,
because we played that on your 360.
Mortal Kombat 10, I know for sure is like $5. At least I got mine for $5. The full big thing with all the DLC characters.
Last time I checked, it was like 30 or 40, and I was like, not worth it.
Yeah, I think I got mine on like a really big sale though. Yeah. Same with Injustice. I lost my disc, so I just bought it for like $10 on sale.
Yeah.
NetherRealm runs their games super cheap after because no one comes back to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
that's like most fighting games, though. It's like once you play it for like a week, you're like, okay, I played the whole game.
Yeah, you play the story.
I've actually really been thinking about getting Jump Force.
Ooh.
You don't know what that is? It just released. It's the biggest entry into the Jump Force line of games.
So it's like anime.
It's Jump Force, so Shonen Jump.
Yeah.
So it's like 30 Shonen characters. You got Ichigo, you got Aizen, like new form Aizen, like right at the end of the manga. You got Deku, you got Naruto, Sasuke, you got Dragon Ball Z characters, Frieza, Golden Frieza. They all have supers, ultimates. You can alternate. I think you have 3 characters that you play with in a match, and you can alternate between them, but they have a shared health pool. So your health actually does not go up when you switch to a different character. It's more of just a complete change of move set, which I think is really cool. From what I've heard, story shit, cutscene shit, even graphics are kind of shit, but animation is fantastic and the gameplay is phenomenal.
6 out of 10 on Steam and then a 58% on Metacritic. So
it's not terrible.
Literally, that makes sense because literally half the game is garbage and half the game is like nearly perfect.
Yeah. So.
If you're going for just solid, good fighting gameplay, that's your way to go.
Fighting genre is an interesting genre for sure.
Yeah,
it's like really underrated, and I think part of it's just because of how hard it is.
Like the online?
Just in general.
The barrier to entry is just huge.
It's so big.
I mean, have y'all ever played Street Fighter or like Tekken?
I've actually never played either one of them.
They're way harder than Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Like the combos are just ridiculously hard to pull off.
Have you guys pulled the mic up just a little bit?
Yeah.
Forward. I don't know. Sorry, you guys are coming up like really quiet. I don't know how quiet it is. But it's certainly
nice and close here.
Quieter than mine. You kind of have to talk towards the metal framing.
A little bit.
Yeah. It's a directional mic, but it was still picking you guys up enough that you guys will be heard.
Hopefully.
But yeah, no, it definitely looks better now.
Good. But yeah, and that's one thing that disappoints me because I think that the fighting genre has a lot of things to it that a lot of gamers could like, especially like since they are pretty consistent on making games.
Yeah.
Except for Street Fighter.
Well, the ones
Street Fighter's on 5, I think.
The few companies that still can validly put out fighting games, when they do, they're pretty consistent.
And I will say they're definitely my favorite games to watch if I ever do watch games.
Like online gameplay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's very many things I've enjoyed watching more than like Sonic Fox versus whoever's challenging his throne next.
Yeah, like Honeybee. You're just like,
yeah.
Those are some intense gameplay, and like it makes you almost want to play the games because like it just looks so flashy and amazing.
Yeah.
and then you get it, and you're like, fuck,
that's how a lot of people feel about like RLCS, the Rocket League World Championship. You see them flying in the air and do a backflip and hit it down right into the top part of the goal, and it looks amazing. You're like, whoa,
dribbling and shit.
Yeah, you're like, I want to do that, and then they're like, sorry, kid, get 12,000 hours in here, and maybe you can do it. Yeah. It's except for Carson. They were like, hey, kid, put about 2.5 hours into training, and you'll be platinum. Just fucking, I'm furious.
But then, like, if you watch, like, Call of Duty or, like, some shit like that, or, like, Overwatch, you're like, I watched one match, and I understand the whole fucking tournament.
Yeah, Overwatch is so boring to watch.
It's, like, hard to watch because there's so many different point of views.
Yeah, there's so many different point of views, and you have to intimately understand what's going on to even be like, oh, that was cool. You know, and Call of Duty is a little different. You have to know Call of Duty, but if you know Call of Duty, trust me, the World League is sick to watch.
But it's still, like, kind of the same sort of idea. Like, you watch, like, one match and, like, okay, cool, I've watched the whole tournament, basically.
I wish for, like, those tournaments, you would have, like, a character that's just invulnerable, that views things from the outside point of view. That's, like, bright one color, like, bright pink, so everyone's like, obviously, don't shoot that guy. That's just the camera. Like, that's all its purpose would be, so you get, like, a third-person view versus switching between each character, because that gets almost jarring.
Or they could just program, like, a camera to follow them around in the game. Like, it's not a hard fix, guys. Just go with that.
No game company does that for their tournaments.
It would be really good to have, like, in game, like, first-person shooter games for viewers to be able to rotate through players at will.
Oh yeah.
Like on spectating, whatever they're on, you can just click and go through.
Halo has the closest thing to that because when they're broadcasting it,
does Halo still have World Leagues?
Yeah.
What?
So they don't have Halo 5 World Leagues anymore. They actually downgraded to Halo 3 because all of the players all the players were like,
I love Halo.
What the hell? Like, hey, what's wrong with Halo 5? So like, all right, well, screw you 343. We're gonna go play the old game because they're better. Yeah. And then 343 was like, hey, you're right, so we'll start hosting tournaments. So now there's Halo 3 tournaments. And Halo 2 tournaments, and, like, the old ones.
They need to give up. They just need to stop making games.
Is Halo making a comeback? Is that a thing?
So
they have a game releasing.
Here's Halo nerd time right here, okay?
Okay.
Jordan just leaned back in terror, okay.
Enlighten us.
Okay, so Bonnie Ross, who's the company head of 343 or whatever, was like, all right, everyone knows that we're working on Halo Infinite. Everyone knows it. We did our thing at E3. And the lifespan of Halo has typically been 3 to 4 years. And, like, we want to spend more time on this game than we have on any other game.
Right.
And then was like, we fucked up on Halo 4 and 5. And I was like, cool, you admitted that you're shit.
that was
That doesn't say that you're going to fix what you're doing or anything like that. You're just admitting that you're doing wrong. So it's a step for them.
Destiny. Bungie was like, hey, we understand why you hate us right now, and we know how to fix it, but we're not going to.
Yeah.
So,
fuck off.
Well, okay, 343 is not that specific about it. They're like, we're not going to tell you how we're going to fix it. We're just going to fix it.
Yeah. Bungie was like, we hear you telling us how to fix it, and we're going to take what you're saying and then
hear what you're
and
saying.
then do what we think you want instead of listening to what you want. Fucking assholes. Yeah, I'm kind of giving up on that studio.
I'd say in general, though, most gamers who, like, complain about the games are generally rational about that kind of stuff. They're not, like, very extreme on most of their quests.
I try to
Jordan,
look
do you know anything about, like, fighting games or anything like that? Because I don't really fit into that genre. But, like, I know for shooters it's like that.
It's like what?
Like shooters, like when players like make a request or something, like a general mass of players, it's like pretty reasonable. I don't know. Is it the same for fighting games?
I mean, I think the thing for most fighting games is that it's mostly just character rosters.
Listen, fighting game fans, specifically Mortal Kombat fans, have the most obscene idea of what they think should be in their games.
Shaggy 4 MK11.
No.
Shaggy 4 MK11.
Absolutely not.
I'm so voting for that, dude.
I'm so against it, but I think it's hilarious.
So funny.
Every single time.
Even Ed Boon's like, I think it's funny.
Every single time Ed Boon posts anything, it's always the comment sections, anything, whatever it is, Twitter feed. It's always add this character, add this character. Where's Spawn? Where's this? Where's God?
I do want Spawn though. I want Spawn.
I really want Spawn.
Ed needs to be an MK11.
Spawn. Maybe Bond from Seven Deadly Sins.
That could be cool. That would be an interesting
Jump Force Mortal Kombat crossover.
You know how fucking crazy
Actually,
that
Bond
would
would be great in Mortal Kombat.
You
That would
sure
make
would.
so much sense.
He would be the only character that actually makes sense why he's coming back from all the crazy things that's happening to him.
Yeah.
Because you're watching Sonya get her head ripped off and her eye plucked out, and you're like, you shouldn't be
You'll be fine in a
standing.
week.
Yeah. No, they're like, you'll be fine in 10 seconds because that's when round 2 starts.
Not even.
Yeah, I know. They're like, as soon as that move's over, suddenly her eye is back and her throat's not slit. And only her boobs are cut open for some reason.
But like, not really that bad still.
Yeah, but no one's complaining about that. You know?
No. But yeah, it's mostly just character rosters, and we want this person, we want this person. Sometimes people do make specific requests. Like one thing that I think a lot of that NetherRealms is finally getting the idea of is that some of the animations that NetherRealms does is kind of funky. Like they just don't make sense. Like the way people punch, it doesn't look right. And so
it certainly doesn't look like boxing.
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't look like they know how to. Like,
yeah.
So, but they've been slowly developing.
Like when
each
Sonya
game.
punches like this.
They look like they're punching over a fence.
Yeah.
They look like they're punching over something.
Yeah, it's really weird.
But now they're learning to like shift the weight and stuff, and then like there's that stupid stance switch button.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which does nothing.
The only thing that I've heard that it's really for is that it's for taunting. That's how you taunt. Is you crouch and you stance switch.
Oh boy, what a
taunt.
Yeah, what a.
I mean, teabagging is the universal, but the stance switch, that's the real way to taunt.
Dude, Halo teabagging is honestly ridiculous. Okay,
Halo
You're
teabagging
fighting games
is
and
classic.
nothing else. Halo teabagging is literally the worst taunting of any other game I think I've ever.
I don't think so. I've never experienced it, but Philip has shown me plenty of videos of what happens when you kill someone in PUBG because they have proximity microphones. So if you're in proximity to another player and you both have the setting enabled, you can hear them, like speaking through their mic. So when you kill someone, you fucking expletive. Please don't get us kicked off of iTunes. But yeah, and they just go off and it's and it's such harassment. But then you can respond in kind and be like, you suck, or suck this bitch, and then like hit them with a rocket launcher when they're already dead. You know, that's the worst. But Halo teabagging, classic.
Honestly, though.
Maybe the most important thing in shaping gaming culture of all time is Halo teabagging. Like, could you imagine how non-toxic shooting genre would be without Halo teabaggers? If they would have never existed, it would have never opened the way for all those 13-year-olds that fucked their mom in Call of Duty. You know, they would have never happened. They would have never been teabagged when they were 11 and then hated the world.
Hated the whole world. That actually kind of brings me up to a point. I've been wondering, like... I've been experiencing a lot of toxicity among Rocket League. It's so bad. Is it not?
Listen,
most of the time is really bad.
I think every single goal that's been scored on me in the last month or so of really grinding Rocket League every day has always been followed up by the chat, easy, you're bad, trash,
what a save.
Garbage, or what a save. Or if I'm the one who scored the goal on myself, nice shot.
Yeah.
But so toxic. So what I like to do is, what me and Carson like to do anyways, we always play better from behind.
Mm-hmm.
So as soon as we feel the momentum switch, we hit the trash talk so hard. So hard. Carson is so bad because he's like kind of nice about it.
Yeah.
So he'll just be like, great pass after he scores it and they hit it last. And he's just so passive aggressive and it's the most toxic thing in the world. I love it.
What is there a game that you can think that's more toxic? Because I haven't had a hard time.
I don't know, dude. I feel like any MOBA in general. Yeah. Because if you leave your mic on in Paladins, you just choose your character. You haven't even started playing it. And why'd you choose that character? That's terrible for this team comp. That's not meta. Dude, come on. Strix, you can't shoot. Yeah, you're not going to land those headshots. You fucking suck.
I've experienced, I've played maybe more Paladins than you at this point. Because I've been playing
at this point, yeah. I haven't played in like 6 months.
I honestly have not had a lot of experiences of, there have definitely been those experiences where they're just a complete asshole.
Yeah.
But I've also had probably an equal number of super nice people that play with you. Just like constantly like, you got this. Like,
also, it is in Rocket League too.
Getting on point.
Yeah, it's true. Rocket League, you do get a lot of good teammates as well.
You do get a lot of teammates.
So I'll play with a guy and I'm like,
and the thing is that
horrible.
You don't get any response from the other team which I feel like the toxicity would probably be through the roof.
Yeah.
But it's not really there.
That's part of the other reason why Rocket League's so bad is because you can't talk to the other team.
Yeah, the worst part is you always have a direct line of chat. Mm-hmm. And Rocket League players have gotten so good at quick chat.
Yeah.
Like, they're so quick with it. Like, you can have... There's, like, players who will spawn huge paragraphs. And the goal was just scored. And you're like, how did you do that? You typed so fast. It's so insane. Well,
incredible.
Those could also be PC players, yeah. But, because, like... I know Nintendo players aren't talking shit because I play it on the Nintendo Switch a lot.
And it's really hard?
It's so hard to type on that. And then once you open the chat, you actually don't have any access to the game at all. Just the chat box. Mm-hmm. So you have no idea what's going on. So most people just don't even use it. It's too much of a risk.
I think Kyle's probably the funniest person when it comes to trash talking though. Have
you
played with him when he trash talks?
Oh yeah. It's just like...
I'm flaccid.
Yeah. Thanks for making me hard or something like that.
It just makes everyone uncomfortable. Like, it's not toxic. It just makes everyone in the thing uncomfortable, which I think is the best way to do that.
Also, one of you, whoever can change the name of our group, what is it called?
I think it's Kyle. Our
club,
yeah.
Yeah. Let's change it back.
Here's the thing.
Ola sucks.
You can only change it once a week. So they did it one time. Because they were like Carson and Kyle were like trying to figure out what name could we change it to, like whatever. They changed it, and then they because they were just trying to fit.
Yeah, Carson told me the story,
system, and then it's been stuck like that, and like Kyle just hasn't gotten back and gone through.
Fucking sucks. I don't know what I was gonna say. It was something about Rocket League, but yeah. Dude.
I don't know. GTA also is really toxic though, like
Listen,
really toxic.
I'm sure it is.
I hate playing GTA Online, like. Because everyone spends a lot of money and buys guns that are way better than mine, and they just kill me, and then I spawn, and then they kill me again. Fuck that.
Are they coming out with a new GTA
I hope
anytime
not.
soon?
Probably not. Well, I don't know.
When did GTA 5 come out?
2011.
I think people kind of stopped playing GTA for like what they used to, like the story, and they're kind of just playing it for the online.
Yeah, but why doesn't they? I'm surprised they don't update it.
They should just release a fully online game.
They have like updates. Like
they really should.
They have like big updates like once a month to the game.
Yeah, no, I see a lot of advertisements on like Twitter and stuff for video games, and I see a lot of Rockstar advertisements. They pretty healthily pump content into GTA.
Do they?
Like they should come out with the updated one that looks a little bit cleaner, but
for sure.
They're simultaneously like the most like understood studio in terms of their value, but also criminally underrated. Yeah, Rockstar is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of people who know how great Rockstar is, but there's like 4,000 times as much that think like not as highly as them as they should. You know, they're a fantastic game studio.
Oh yeah,
for sure, dude.
I mean,
definitely better than Bungie.
Red Dead Redemption Online is nearly as good as GTA Online. Though.
I don't think Red Dead is as good as people think it is.
I can't much speak on it because I don't like the general theme of Cowboys.
Listen,
see, that's the only issue I have with it, but like I don't mind it because it plays very similar to GTA.
I understand how people like the game, but I'm the exact opposite type of gamer from those people. I play games for slick gameplay, not for good stories.
Yeah.
You know, if the gameplay doesn't feel good, you could have the best story in the world. I hate it. I hate the game. Red Dead looks so clunky, and I've heard from people who are like me that the controls are just clunky.
A little
and
bit.
GTA too, GTA Online, their controls suck shit. It's so hard.
I can't talk about how many times I've accidentally just
jumped
out of a helicopter or just accidentally started shooting.
It's
just like walked up and punched a cop in the face.
Yeah, it's just poor gameplay and a fun. That one in a fun online, and then the other one in a good story.
Yeah,
I just don't.
Like the only fun thing that I've done in Red Dead Online is we hijacked a train and we were driving around in it, and then I threw someone in front of the train, and I thought it was kind of funny, and then I was like, oh, okay, that's it. There's nothing else to do.
I don't know why. I've never had the appeal of like just wanting to like screw around in the game like that.
Yeah.
Like even in GTA, it was just like going around. Like it got boring to me really quickly.
Like it's only fun if you play with friends. You can't go into that by yourself.
Yeah, no. GTA Online by myself was the worst thing ever. All I ended up doing was driving around the map.
Yeah.
And I hated it, but it was fun to fuck around with you guys. We just like ram cars and shit.
When you're fucking around with guys, like you can't. It's hard to like get the momentum to be able to do more stuff because like you're like, oh, I need more money. I have no guns. Like like you just get.
But then we go rob a store, and then we're like, oh, okay, now we're busy for 30 minutes. Cool. Like
yeah.
I don't know. I I can't with those games.
Not a general fan of that type of genre, which I don't even know what it's considered.
I don't know. I don't know what that would be considered.
It's almost like sandbox in a way.
Sandbox it's like a sandbox simulator type game. Like in Grand Theft Auto, you're simulating like a criminal. Yeah, the criminal lifestyle or the pimping lifestyle for probably most people. And then Red Dead. And then Red Dead, you're just trying to be a fucking cowboy. So there's better versions of those games, and they're called RPGs. Yeah, like Skyrim or The Witcher or Shadow of War and Mordor.
If I get bored, I literally just will go into Skyrim and make a new character.
Yeah, people still do that to this day.
Lately, Kyle got an Alexa, and there is an Alexa version of Skyrim.
Like, I heard
I thought that was a joke.
No, it's a real thing, and it's actually kind of super fun. It's really weird though, because it's she'll give something, and it's like it's kind of a throwback to the really old type of games where you had to like type in.
Yeah, the old simulators.
Yeah, and it's kind of fun. It's
where
really
an RPG
fun.
was just words on a screen.
Yeah, it was RPGs where it was word, and you'd be like, do said thing. She gives you two options, and you're like, throw like magic, and it's real. If you're a Skyrim fan, you get a lot of just like nostalgia because you get the like upgrade sounds, and like she'll be like, you throw out flame atronach, and you're like, shit, I know what that is. Like that's really dope. That's like in this game.
It's the nerdiest thing.
It's so nerdy.
It's also not meant for that. It's meant for like, I'm pretty sure it's meant for people who are disabled and cannot actually play the game.
Play the game.
Well, do you guys remember like when that commercial came out though?
With Key and Peele?
Yeah, that was so funny.
Yeah,
but I thought they were kidding.
Yeah, it looked like a joke.
I was just like, ha ha, they mentioned Skyrim on TV. Like, I was like, that's really cool. I didn't think much beyond that.
They were making fun of themselves in that. They're like, okay, we've released Skyrim like 80 million times.
That's weird, dude. I have, well, I don't, but like both of my parents have Alexas.
Yeah.
So I've never even thought to think of that commercial and be like, Alexa, play Skyrim.
Try it. It's so fun.
Can you just do it? It's just like there?
Yeah.
It's totally free.
Totally free. Kyle
That's
didn't have
pretty
the
cool.
app, and I was just like, Alexa, play Skyrim, and she's like, I have just the warnings, you might have to download the app. You didn't have to download the app. And then it was like, it's kind of graphic because Skyrim's an R-rated game, so.
Yeah.
And rated game.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's been a moment since I thought about game
ratings.
Since I turned 17, game ratings don't matter anymore. No. So
game ratings didn't really matter.
It never mattered to me at all because I would just buy the digital version, which doesn't verify. Yeah.
Or you just be like, hey, Dad, will you go buy?
Yeah. Or I'd be like, I have the money. Just when you go to the store, will you pick up this game?
So I've completely forgotten that the title.
That they're even rated.
Rated, like.
Because. Oh, yeah, and in trailers, it was like, rated M for mature.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's the thing.
Rated T for teen.
Yeah, I haven't thought about that at all.
Yeah.
It's weird being older.
I know.
It's weird being able to go into smoke shops. That's weird.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah, I'm sure you wouldn't know, but it's strange. No. I mean, I can't go into like a dispensary yet, but that's going to be like walking into heaven. Could you imagine that's probably going to be like holy choruses and just light will flood the area. It's going to be amazing.
The first time, and then after that, you'll be like, I just want to get in and out.
Yeah, after that, it's going to be like going to the grocery store. Yeah. It's going to be like, I want to go buy this commodity of which I very much enjoy. It'd be like going to Chick-fil-A.
Yep.
Yeah.
Even though I can only get Chick-fil-A every once in a while.
Why?
There's not one near me.
Oh, that sucks.
Damn.
So I get it like once a month, and I'll have to probably get some probably today or tomorrow.
Listen, Chick-fil-A has been my partner in crime ever since I got my license. I love Chick-fil-A. And it's right there in the Price Center, and I'm in the Price Center no less than 3 times a week. So I get Chick-fil-A all the time. It's so amazing. It's the greatest thing on earth, except for like nothing.
Nothing?
No,
really?
Well, weed.
I was going to say, I feel like
Sorry, there's one above that, and that's eating Chick-fil-A while being high. Yeah. That's a little bit better than weed and Chick-fil-A individually.
Separately, yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe the overall cast of marijuana might be better. Just all of it. Dude, I was at work 2 days ago, and it was so boring, and it's weird because, like, that job, there's, like, a huge weed culture around it.
Uh-huh.
I don't know why, but everyone smokes. The management, and they're not usually high at work. I don't think they've ever been high at work, but I know they smoke. Mm-hmm. At least I'm fairly sure anyway. And I know a lot of the supervisors smoke, the P cords. I know all of the runners do except for one, which is my position. and I know most of the suite attendants do.
Yeah.
But we were so bored the other day because it was the CHSA 4A and 5A qualifiers for the state championships.
Oh.
So it was so fucking slow and boring.
Yeah.
I was basically sleeping. I watched 5 episodes of Game of Thrones and played Pokemon Go in the Pepsi Center all day for $13 an hour. It was great.
That's insane.
But one of my coworkers, one of the suite attendants, came up to me and she goes, "You want a gummy?" And I was like, "Sure." And she goes, "Oh, they're 80 milligrams, by the way. Or 50 milligrams, by the way." And I was like, "What?" "Fuck yes. Can I please have a gummy?" And she gave it to me, and I got so fucked up at work. It was the greatest thing ever. It was, listen, if you have a job where you cannot get high and manage functionally, don't have that job. Work becomes not work. It becomes making money for fun. It's awesome.
Yes.
Anyway, that's my bad advice.
Future line of profession, I might get in quite a bit of trouble if I show up to work high.
I know. Wait, you still trying to be a teacher?
Yeah.
I know a couple of teachers who smoke a lot.
Okay, but if I show up to work high...
That's true. You might get in trouble then. It depends. Go work at a ghetto high school.
Or just get really good at functioning high.
Yeah, no, that's really true. So what I have learned, which is something I did not do, which sucked, but what everyone else at my job had done is went to the interview, the orientation, and the first couple of shifts high. So no one knows them differently.
It's a good idea.
It's a fantastic idea, and I'm really bummed. I waited like 2 months to ever get high before going to work, and I did it, and I was like, this is the easiest thing in the world, and you're paying me for it. This is so amazing. But yeah, no, that is the best move, always. Even if you're going to be a teacher.
Interesting.
Just don't go to class high.
Plus,
you still need to know the stuff
you
to teach.
Confiscate the pot. You just get to take it.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. And then at least be the cool teacher that like doesn't report it.
Yeah.
Don't go to the principal and be like, "Hey, I confiscated these kids' weed, but I lost it." So
or you
give them expulsion.
Or just don't half it or like quarter it. You're like, I caught this much, but you took 3/4 of the actual rest.
Or I just don't even say anything and just take the weed.
Yeah, no, that's what I was saying. Like, do that and not do the other thing, the asshole teacher thing.
Yeah. No, like I don't even say anything to the principal. I just take.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Yeah, you just take it. Leave those kids
You
alone.
get weed.
Or sell it back to the kid and be like, "Fuck you."
Yeah, and be like, take it and be like, "I'll give you half of it back for $50." They're kids. It's really hard for them to get weed. He's gonna pay you that $50
eventually.
Well, I mean, I guess unless you're in Colorado.
Yeah.
Then you can get weed at every other 7-Eleven, or from like your dad's friend or
your uncle.
Anyone ever, because like 90% of adults in Colorado smoke now, which is so nice. So much people are nicer now.
I don't know. We did just talk about a whole bunch of toxic people.
We did, but
maybe
that's online.
Maybe the solution to toxic people is smoking weed.
Just legalize it everywhere.
Yeah, legalize it everywhere, and then we'll have like 4,000 more Joe Rogans, and that's never a bad thing. You know?
Well,
like you might get people.
I don't think that'll happen.
You might get people.
Joe
who
Rogan's
are
a special person.
Yeah,
that's true. It's weird how he worked his way into like an odd position of power.
Yeah,
because like I've obviously know a lot about Joe Rogan. Like I know pretty much a lot of his life from like 16 to now. But how the fuck do you end up in the position you're in? He has so much influence over a lot of things.
He does.
The scientific community, the wildlife community, a lot of the fight community, and especially a lot of influence over the UFC president, Dana White.
Really?
Like, yeah, a guy fighting who a lot of people thought would never fight in the UFC, who was 18-0, and everyone was like, he could very well be the greatest fighter of all time, but had a beef with Dana White. Joe Rogan got him into the UFC, and instantly he gets a top 5 shot against a former champ. And it's huge. And he came in the UFC, and there's never been more trending threads of UFC tweets than Ben Askren versus the UFC Twitter management team. And they talk so much shit to each other. It's the greatest thing ever. And Joe Rogan caused all of it. And he's like the forefront in legalizing mushrooms and changing the gloves in MMA.
The thing is that he
sports.
still works, though. Like, a lot of people get high and they don't work. Like, they don't do what they need to do.
That's
why I don't think there'll be more Joe Rogans, is because most people just don't have that drive.
Yeah. No, I took his word for it, and I started doing a lot of things that would be considered productive, like while high, and it makes it so much better. Like working out is so easy when you don't feel anything really, when you can ignore it all. It's so great. It's amazing. And then is
that not dangerous? I feel like that's really dangerous.
It's not. People who've never like really been high don't understand. You're like super still cognitively aware.
Still, I don't know. I feel like when you're lifting heavy weights, you should be
fully
aware.
No. If you're lifting heavy weight, don't. No.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't do heavy weights.
Okay, that's where the disconnection.
Yeah, no. I cut weight. Pretty much.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense.
Just, by the way, all of you fat people out there, I'm sorry, but it's kind of your fault. I just kind of had to throw that out there.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I got fat, and then I was like, I don't want to be fat anymore, and then I'm not fat anymore.
It's not hard to educate yourself these days.
Yeah, no. I literally went on Google. I was like, what diet really works? And I went on Amazon, and I ordered a bunch of stuff, and then it was that easy.
Yeah, it's real easy to get really informed on, especially the fitness industry, because there's so much of it. Yeah. You do have to cut through a lot of bullshit. Yeah. And, like, you got to really, like, know who's good, but you just learn that as you do more research.
Yeah, I literally did, like, an hour of Google research, got a mild understanding of nutrition, and then I already knew workouts previously, and then I just ordered a bunch of stuff so that I could work out with. And then I made the amazing discovery of battle ropes, which are the most insane fat-burning cardio in the world. And then I've just been on a routine for like 3 weeks. It's that easy.
Hard thing is just sticking to it.
That is the hard thing.
Well, and depending on the situation. If you're overweight, not as hard. But if you're trying to gain weight, keeping the financial... That's where I struggle.
Yeah, that's what Philip struggles with too. And then he bought this big pack of this like bulk powder, and it's 2,000 calories per bottle. Oh. So you just 2 scoops and it's 2,000 calories. That's and insane. It doubles as your protein shake.
Wow.
So yeah, that seems to work because he had a friend who was really, really skinny, like smaller than you guys, like in terms of weight.
Wow.
And he bulked up at college. He just slams those things every day and works out all the time, and he bulked up quick. So if you want to bulk up, I mean, you've been doing lacrosse, right? Yeah. Not fun?
No, it's just exhausting. It's just it's hard to work out because I have 4 days of practice, and then on those in between days, it's really hard to hit the gym. You're just like, I'm so tired.
Yeah,
like,
I'm a lazy fuck.
2 hours of just getting brutally hit and running. It makes working out real hard. So.
Yeah, I'd imagine.
It's been a trip for sure.
Yeah, dude, that sounds fucking terrible.
I just sit around and eat all the time and just don't really gain any weight.
Yeah, fuck you.
My bad. I mean, I guess I like get a lot of steps in at work, but like that's not enough to like equate out what I'm.
Yeah, that's true. Cause like I walk a lot at work. Like I walk around the pep center like maybe 40 times a shift, and I had a calorie tracker on, and it literally was like only like 60 calories.
Yeah, you honestly.
And I spent 7 hours walking.
It bugs me the misconception like working out is definitely really important for your just general health.
Yeah,
but I think a lot of people put too much reliance on working out as being the solution to losing weight because it really like
the main thing's probably diet.
It is diet.
Main thing for your health in general, including mental, is diet.
Diet, and then because
if your stomach feels good, you're probably not gonna.
Losing a pound of fat is just so hard to do. It like through working out. Like if you were to do it just in a workout, it's insane. Like that's like a couple hours of just high intensity.
Oh, a pound.
Whatever.
A pound takes the average human being a week.
Yeah.
A full week of getting around 500 calories less than what your body used to be. Yep. Or you keep your body around 2,000 calories if you're an average sized person and you work out, then you should lose roughly a pound a week. But that's hard. That's like hard, 5 days of working out plus dieting.
Plus the dieting.
So, what you should be doing, which a lot of people will tell you not to do, is diet. Only work out a couple times a week, and when you do, work out obscenely hard. Obscenely hard.
I think that's a good strategy.
If you keep your body, like, given enough recovery time between them, you won't have recovery issues. And then when you slam it like that, if you really, really slam things like a HIIT workout, you burn calories on your days off.
On your days off, yeah. But the thing is, you really want to make sure on your dieting is you're not starving yourself.
Yeah,
people go
true.
so intense and like, I want to lose weight as quick as possible, so they just don't eat. And it ends up making them fatter because any food you do ingest just turns into fat because that's the easiest thing for your body to burn.
Calorie trackers are by far the best thing you can do.
Like, just write down what you eat, and it will change the way you eat forever because you'll be like, okay, I don't eat that much, and then you're like, oh crap, I actually ate 5,000 calories today. Yeah. Or you're like, I eat a ton, and you look and you're like, oh, I only ate 2.
5,000?
I really
breakfast.
I really strictly keep myself between 1,800 and 2,200. Never below or above that margin. But if you can do that, it's so fucking great. I dropped 34 pounds in like 6 months. Like, it's not that hard.
No.
Yeah. And
plus, you feel better. Like, you just...
Yeah, I was really...
It sucks at first, but you feel better later.
He was irritating me. Dylan was really irritating me because we were playing Rocket League, and he was talking about how he was on like his 3rd or 4th box of fucking Girl Scout cookies.
Dude, the Samoas, man. The Samoas.
I picked up one Girl Scout cookie, felt super bad about myself, put it down, didn't eat it, and like was upset the rest of the night. And then I just hear him talking about, oh my god, these are so good. Munch, 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 and then he'd be like, time to open another box. Come on, bro.
I have 4 unopened boxes at my house, waiting to be eaten.
I drive the people that I eat with crazy because what I'll do is we'll go to the cafeteria and it's like unlimited and it's like the greatest for me. But the thing is, I take like an hour to eat, and not because I'm a slow eater, because I've got 5 plates. And like Kyle and Jacob will they'll get 1 plate and they'll just eat, and I'm there like I'll like finish a plate and I'll get back up and I'll grab something else and I'll just give it up, and they're like, "Are you gonna ever stop?" And I'm like, "I'm still hungry." So like. What do I do? Like, I just keep eating and eating. And then, they're just there doing nothing.
When did you get a tattoo?
You didn't know Dylan had a tattoo?
No.
He's had a tattoo for, like, probably, like, 6 months.
Oh, we didn't talk, like, until, like, 4 months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Sonny. But, no, yeah, he's had that tattoo for, like, how have you never noticed it?
He's always wearing hoodies.
True. Yeah, no, yeah.
Every single time I've seen him, he's wore a hoodie.
Yeah, no, he's had that
or a long
for like 6 months.
I've been waiting to get a tattoo, but I just have to spend too much money.
Dylan would be the first one to get a tattoo.
I know. I'm currently in the middle of designing a whole sleeve though, so.
Good luck with that.
It's just a very rough outline. I'm like, here, I'll pay you $50. Design this for me. I'm not gonna. It would look so terrible if I designed it.
Yeah.
I'm the worst artist you've ever met.
One of them. For sure.
Yeah, pretty close. I'd imagine. I was pretty good at 3D art though.
I get
animation art.
I have like what I've planned, but I go back and forth if I want it or not. I'll be like, maybe, maybe not.
Why not?
Maybe not.
Hold on. We're at 42 minutes. Holy shit. So we're going to end this off here. We kind of got like way off the original topic.
We started with Mortal Kombat.
We did start with Mortal Kombat, and we ended on diet and Dylan's tattoo. Yeah. So, all right, this has been 303 Podcast, episode 6. We're out. That was the wrong.